Man. LDMMAC. This is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. And you're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show Live. Okay, guys, I want to talk to y'all about the pros and the cons of being within the UFC and being a fan, watching UFC fights, okay? We'll talk about the pros and the cons. Okay, we'll start off. Hey, you get to work for such a great boss such as this guy, okay? You get to work for a guy like this. I mean, damn. Who would not want to work for this guy? Don't you just love this stupid looking face of his? I mean, that's just what it is. No, seriously, I would piss on his face. So let's talk about the pros of being within the UFC, okay? And even being a fan. As a fan, one pro is that we definitely get the fights that we want to see, okay? I have no argument with the UFC. I know people complain a lot with the UFC, but guys, we get the fights we want to see. Like in boxing, we still talking about Wilder and Joshua. We still talking about Wilder and Joshua not fighting. We still talking about Tyson Fury taking a rematch with Wilder. We still talking about Spence and Crawford not fighting. I mean, hell, we're making more videos about the guys not fighting. You notice over here when we talk MMA? You notice over here when we talk our MMA? You notice that we're talking about fights that's either happened, fights that's about to happen, and I got so many post-fight analysis videos for MMA that is not even funny. Boxing, the fights that we want to see are never happening, okay? Boxing, they got to let this crap marinate, and boxing is very frustrating. But within the UFC, we're getting the fights we want to see, that we really want to see. And I tell you, Dana White, one thing that he does that I do like is that it doesn't matter if he likes you or don't like you. If he likes you, yeah, you're going to get a title shot relatively quick. If he don't like you, you won't get it as quick. But as long as you continue to win, eventually you're going to get a title shot, okay? You're going to eventually get the title shot that you've been seeking. Now, he's going to put you in the fight. He's going to put you in the fight. The thing of it is, though, whatever opportunity you get, you got to make the best out of it, okay? He is going to, and that's one thing that I agree with him on. He is going to put you right there in the midst of your opportunity to get it. He will do it. And a lot of people, when they get the opportunity, they make it count. And I'm going to give y'all some scenarios on the women's side. Valentina Shevchenko, look, when she got into the UFC, she had to deal with Sarah Kaufman. Guess what? Valentina made good on that opportunity. She made good on that opportunity. Brianna Van Buren. Okay, look, she had to take a quick short notice fight against. She had to take a short notice fight against Renata Sosa. Okay, I mean, she could have said no. She could have said, "Well, I'm not ready." Nope. Brianna Van Buren said, "Nope, I'm finna go make the best out of my opportunity." And what did Brianna Van Buren do? She went in there and she whooped Renata Sosa's ass. Okay, she whooped her ass, hands down, beat her ass, and didn't look back at it. Okay, but she made the best out of her opportunity. So Dana, he's a promoter that he's going to put you there. Okay, whether the odds are in your favor or not, he's definitely going to put you in a position where you need to be. Okay, and that's one thing that I've liked about him. Even though he lies and he lies and just does all kind of crazy stuff. He bullies and all this stuff. But one thing I do like is he, as a fighter, he'll put you there. He'll put you there. Okay, number 3. You can also go to work and you can really S-talk your boss. You can S-talk him, and a lot of times Dana don't take everything personal. Now, this whole Chris Cyborg thing, see, Chris Cyborg cut him where it hurt bad. It's amazing, man, that this guy can lie. And then Chris Cyborg go and they make up something. Okay, they both make up something that's not even true. But he's the one, now he don't know why. He's so butthurt about it. He's real butthurt, but now he can't understand. Now he know how it feels. He know how it feels now for somebody not to tell the truth on him. He knows. But you can actually go, and every time somebody have a feud with Dana White, even Chris Cyborg, their social media popularity grows immensely. Every time there's a feud. Okay, Chris Cyborg, let me give you an example. When Chris Cyborg fought Felicia Spencer, her YouTube channel was a little over 45,000 subscribers. Okay? During this feud and after her beating Spencer, Chris Cyborg now, from that time, has damn near 60,000 YouTube followers. That's like 14,000 YouTube followers, guys, in what, 7 days? Like that's crazy. And the first, let's see, and then like the first 2 days of their feud, when they really start going at each other, I'm talking about like after the Spencer fight, Chris Cyborg gained 7,000 subs in 2 days. Now y'all tell me, man, if a feud with Dana White isn't worth it. It in some cases it is worth it. Ben Askren gained a whole lot of followers when he started feuding with Dana White. Dana White is a global. He's popular. I mean, yeah, people love him or hate him, but people know him, and everybody want to know what Dana White's gonna do to respond to you. Everybody want to know, or everybody want to know what new name are they gonna call you? What new name is Dana White going? What new name is a person gonna call Dana White? Hell, we all want to know. When Chris Cyborg was calling Dana White less than a man, hell, I found it funny. And when Chris Cyborg pulled up on him and watching Dana White just go, never did I call you afraid. Boy, that was funny. It was classic. But people want to see these Dana White feuds. When Tyron Woodley started feuding with Dana White, his social media, man, it grew immensely. So there's a company where you can feud with your boss, talk junk to him, and guess what? You get more popular. Man, amazing. Also, too, another pro of being within the UFC is that your paydays are a little bit higher than, say, if you were starting out at any other organization. Your paydays are higher, but that's not really saying a whole lot, because the paydays, if you're a lower tier fighter, they're not that great, but it's better than being an Invicta, and it's better than being a lower tier fighter in Bellator, or even one championship, or even PFL. Okay, it's better than being lower tier fighters in those organizations. That's just what it is. Okay, I mean, that's what I see. Okay, that's what I see, and yeah, I see that. And I'm trying to think of all the other cons that. Oh, the UFC Performance Center, Institute. That's a pro. That's a pro because it's open to the fighters, and you can go in there and they can give you like a diagnosis, man. They can tell you how many punches you throw in a minute. They can tell you about your lung capacity. I mean, every kind of technological thing that you need to, them to do analyze on your body, they can do it. And then you can take that back to your fight camp and use that to enhance your performance. And I don't even think a lot of fighters really take advantage of that UFC Performance Institute. Okay, I don't think they take advantage of that. But I think that's something good for the fighters. Now let's talk about the cons. Okay, the cons of being in the UFC is also a pro. That it depends on if Dana White likes you, whether or not how fast you get your title shot. And some people have been getting screwed out of a title shot for a long time and they ain't got it. And they still winning. But, if Dana White likes you, or if you fit that 19 to 35-year-old demographic, the white male, your opportunities are going to come quick. They're going to come a lot quicker. If you don't fit that demographic, it's going to suck for you because you got to do twice as much to get the same notoriety. That's just what it is in the UFC. Another con, too, is that these fighters, they can't have the logos, okay? They can't have the logos on their clothes. So the UFC, they took all these people that would pay the fighters to put logos on them, and the UFC just said, nope, you can't have these logos on your uniforms. Oh, and guess what? We're going to take your sponsors, okay? We're going to take those and we're going to put them up in the octagon. And that's what the UFC did. They took all the sponsors from the fighters, and now they're putting those sponsors up in the octagon where the fighters don't even get a piece of that. See, y'all see what I mean? The fighters don't get a piece of that. They get like this little Reebok money here and there. But the Reebok money, that's nothing compared to the sponsorship that they could have been getting. So that's a big old con. Two, if you are a beginning fighter out of the top 10, your paydays, they suck. And most of the people not in the top 10, they got to have another job. Some fighters, they're fitness trainers. Some fighters, they have to teach jiu-jitsu classes. I mean, they got to do a little, lots of odd jobs to make ends meet. Some people got full-time jobs, man, working 12 hours a day, and then they come and train. And, the pay scale when you first get into the UFC is just not conducive. Like, you got to struggle. When you get within the top 10, you begin to make some real money. You actually begin to make some money, and you can actually see that, your work hadn't gone in vain. But if you're not in the top 10, you really not making that much money. So, yeah, you see them on TV, and they do, man, but when they go home and they get that little $12,000 check, and then when they realize, oh, I only get to keep half of this because I got to pay taxes, and then I got to pay my trainer, and then, the promoters and all this other, man. a $12,000 check, the fighter keeps $6 grand. I know, isn't that something, y'all? That's a damn shame. But it is what it is. The pay scale. Another con of being in the UFC is that you, if you get injured, man, it's like highway hell trying to actually get them. It's highway hell trying to get them to actually help you out. Okay, it is. Like Leslie Smith had to throw a guilt trip. She did. She threw a guilt trip on the UFC to help to get them to help her with her problem. She had a tumor in her stomach, and yeah, and they told her at first, well, you know, it didn't happen in the competition, so we can't help you. And Leslie continued to just, really, really go in, and she had to shame them a little bit, and they finally said, okay, yeah, we'll take care of that for you. So the coverage of the healthcare, these fighters don't get enough. The healthcare is just not that great, man. It's not that great, and it's very specific. Like you got to get injured within a competition. Like it's not just healthcare that you can go and get checked up on. This is what one fighter told me. Okay, this was one fighter. She did tell me this. So that's kind of like a bummer. That's a bummer, man. Wow. And I can think of a whole lot of other stuff. I mean, you got bosses that, name call you. Okay? Seem like they got a problem with gays and lesbians. It do. It seem like they do got a problem with that. Or, they got a problem with transsexuals. Man, UFC, boy, they got some issues going on, man. Yeah, and, when you think about it, it would almost seem like it would suck to work there. It would. It does seem like that. And for some people like Ronda Rousey, nah, it don't suck. Or John Jones or Brock Lesnar, it don't suck for them because, they can just come and cheat and do what they want to do. Tell Dana to piss off and, well, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. But you guys tell me what you think. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done.